This is the Wii Viewer!
The Little Wii Viewer!
And we're going to review
Wii Sports for the Wii.
So Wii Sports, this one's taken us a while to get to, isn't it? It's the very first game, but it's like one of the last games we review in the Wii's cycle, death cycle. Because the Wii's almost dead, and now we're finally getting to it. Can you believe that?
No, I cannot believe that. I mean, we should have reviewed this. One of the first reviews that we ever had.
Well, the reason I didn't review it was that it came with the Wii. What are you going to say, buy it now? I guess I could have said play it now. What other game were you going to play on the Wii back in the starter days?
Yeah, you're probably just going to, hey, I got this free game. Let's try it out.
It's finally come out for $20 for the Wii, and I figured, why not? Let's do the very first game the Wii ever came out with. Can you believe this is the best-selling, not just Wii game, any game out there ever? You know what's sold, I believe, like 90 million units?
That makes sense. There's probably 90 million units of Wiis.
Do you think it's worth the hype?
Yeah, for a first-time game. There wasn't that many games to play, like Super Mario Galaxy. That wasn't even out yet.
No, it was like a year past, wasn't it?
Yeah, Wii Sports was like the hype of the day. There was third-party games, and then there was this.
I think it was the baseball game that really hooked people in. Nintendo overhyped it a little bit. They made it look on the screen like it was like 1-for-1. It took them like 2 to 3 years to get 1-for-1 actually working in Wii Sports Resort and the Wii Motion Plus.
It actually kind of read your motions like 1-to-1. It kind of did it 1/5, but like...
It kind of cheated. It took your motions, yeah. But if you only did like a half swing, it really wouldn't do a half swing.
Well, yeah. When you're holding the bat still, like upwards, it's going to read your motions. But when it senses that swing, it's going to swing.
But I have to admit, it does more motion tracking than most Wii games out there.
It does.
Developers nowadays will just use the most basic motion tracking, like throw.
Or just like moving Wiimotes up.
Even the Wii Motion Plus games, they really don't use too much of the motion controls. This was one of the only ones that I can think of that really did a really good job of doing this kind of motion that wasn't with the Wii Motion Plus. I mean, can you think of any other game that had this kind of interactivity that didn't have the Wii Motion Plus?
No.
What did you think of the graphics, Little Wii Viewer?
They were pretty basic, but they didn't need to be anymore.
You don't think this was kind of like a big tech demo?
I don't.
I see it as the Wii saying, hey, this is what you could do, but we'll never do this again.
The graphics were kind of good for its time when it first came out for the Wii. It was kind of simplistic, but it worked.
I wouldn't say they pushed the boundaries of the Wii's graphical processor. I actually didn't like the graphics for it. I thought it looked very GameCube-ish.
I think it looked pretty good because it's simplicity that all of us really need for family gamers.
For family gamers, it looked great, but I just wish they could have made it look a little bit better. So there are 5 games: tennis, baseball, bowling, golf, and boxing. Which one was your favorite and which one was your least favorite?
Hard to say what my favorite one. Tennis, it's good for a short time because it's a very short game. And baseball, it can be very long and kind of tedious, kind of boring after a while.
I personally liked baseball the most. I don't like baseball, but I enjoyed it because you know what? They took all the base running and all the other stuff. It's basically on autopilot. When you hit a ball, the longer it takes to get the fielder to get the ball, the further you get on the bases. But my least favorite was boxing.
Yeah, I would have to say too. Not only do you have to buy an extra controller for this letdown, but it's tedious.
That was the worst controlled one.
It was the worst control.
Because they used the nunchuck motion controls, and those never seem to really work that well.
There's a whole section dedicated to finding your Wii Fit age, and you're supposed to play 3 training games in which you can unlock more by playing one rank and going to the next one. And once you play the 3, they'll calculate how well you did, and you'll be able to find your Wii Fit age.
Do you think the replayability on this one is very high?
Very.
I think it's the simplicity that makes this game so perfectly replayable.
Especially with family.
So, Little Wii Viewer, Wii Sports, would you buy, rent, or skip?
I think it's gonna be a buy, because every so often you want to play this game again, because it's got some addicting gameplay.
I agree, but this is one of those games that's almost like a training game for the Wii. It used to come free for the Wii, but now it's $20. If you're one of the newbie Wii owners out there, you probably heard of Wii Sports. You're wondering, is it worth $20? The answer is yes. It's perfectly priced at $20, and I think you should buy it now.